Jamie Novak here, your bite-sized living specialist. And you know, with it being spring and all, with the warmer weather and all the trees and flowers blooming and the pollen too, you might have thought, well, it must be that she's going to share some spring cleaning tips with me. How to spring clean my spice rack, purge my pantry, reorganize my refrigerator. It's really that time of year where we're focused in on that. And so, although you've come to know me for these practical organizing and time-saving tips, you may be surprised to learn that today we're not really going to talk about that at all. What we are going to talk about is making sure that our to-do list and our calendar has plenty of time for you on it. You know, this is what I realized. As I was talking to someone this evening, we were really realizing and commenting on the fact that it's, well, basically towards the end of April already, right? I mean, we could kind of say mid-April, but it's more towards the end. And so the conversation, of course, got around to, well, where did April go? And then it was like, well, it just felt like it was January. And where did the holidays go? It felt like a blur. And I realized that we tend to all have this same feeling, right? The conversation continued to grow. It was originally just myself and one other person, and then someone else joined in, and someone else like, oh, I feel that way too. And then all of a sudden it was a big group of us. And all we were saying was that we're feeling rushed. And that there's not enough time to really enjoy the moments because we're always waiting for a time when things will be slower so we can really, you know, do something fun for ourselves or enjoy some time doing something that we'd like to do, or just feeling like there's not that rush of the everyday, gotta do this, gotta do that, there's another party coming up, I have to go here, I have to do that, my list is so long, it's spring cleaning time, that checklist is 6 pages long, I gotta, you know, rinse off the lawn furniture. And all of a sudden, right now, your heart starts to race a little bit, your breathing's more shallow, you're starting to get a little anxious and nervous, and the first thing to go is going to be time for you. And so I realized that if this large group of us were all talking about the same thing, you might be feeling the same way too. And I thought, instead of, you know, one more tip on how to clean just a little bit more quickly, we could just stop for a moment and maybe readjust how we're thinking about everything that we have to do. Because what I know for sure is life is just filled with lots of stuff we have to do. There's always going to be the next chore, something's getting dirty right now that you're going to have to clean later. It's just going to happen. And are there ways to do that more efficiently? Would organizing help to make that a little smoother? Absolutely. But if we continue to wait until a time where our schedule has a gap in it, where we can really focus and do something that we want to do, like read a novel just for pleasure, take a walk and enjoy the spring flowers, go to the canal, pick strawberries, whatever that is, that time's not coming. You have to make it. So right now, would you join me in pulling out your calendar? Would you do that with me? Let's pull out our calendars. Now, it is true, this is my calendar. I'm an old-fashioned gal. Pen and paper tend to work for me. My mind just goes that way. I need to see the whole month in front of me. You may be working with more of a technology-based, maybe you've got an online calendar or a smartphone, whatever you've got, pull it out now. Now don't say I'm going to do this later, because we know later's not coming. Let's open up the calendar, or, you know, open up your phone, and what we want to go to is April. Now, what we're looking for, and if you're watching this video after April, you can do the same thing with the month that you're in. So go to the current month, and what we're going to do is we're going to make out some white space. We're just going to block that time right off the calendar. Now you may say, but Jamie, why would I do that? I don't know what I want to do that night. It doesn't even really matter. What we need is just some empty space in the calendar so that whatever sounds great that night. And this is where some of that spontaneity can come in that a lot of us, I know myself included, feel like is a little lacking, because there's just not time to pick up and go for a drive, or, you know, maybe make a barbecue because that would take too long because you've got something else to do that night. So now's the time. Give yourself one evening. Find an evening that doesn't have anything already booked and book it. Just put a big X through it that it's marked for yourself. And if you can, squeeze out a Saturday or a Sunday for yourself as well. One full weekend day where there's no demands on your time. Now, you may be thinking, Jamie, you haven't seen my to-do list. My calendar's packed. There's absolutely, I just can't see where I could find this time for myself. I know for a fact that if you don't make the time, then something's going to happen where you're going to need to find the time. So let's pre-plan and put that time in now so that it'll be there for you to do whatever whatever your heart desires on that day. And it won't matter if it's raining, you'll find something to do, something that hopefully just kind of recharges your battery so that you have the energy and the ability, the mental capacity, right, to get through everything else that's just life. So if you've been waiting for a time when life is a little more, going a little slower pace to get something stuck in that calendar that's fun for you, I'm sorry to tell you that time's not coming. But the great news is you can make that time. Pull out your calendar to the current month, block that time off now, and if you want to get super silly, go forward in the calendar and do that for maybe 6 months going forward. 2 or 3 nights out of the month and at least 1 weekend day. Just put a big X through it and that time is booked, and it's booked for you and whoever you enjoy spending time with that really brings joy to your life. That's what that time is for. And it's not for pulling everything out of your closet and organizing it. We'll talk about that another time together. So for now, have you joined me in on this challenge to find time for you, for the fun things in life, before it's the end of the summer and you're saying, I don't know where the spring went. How come I never got outside and picked the strawberries? Now's the time. I can't wait to hear what you're going to do with your free time. This has been Jamie Novak, your bite-sized living specialist. Head over to jamienovak.com right now and tell me what you think of this idea. See you soon.